On the first day, the long-lost heiress was brought home by her grandfather. Several uncles scrambled to present gifts and win her favor, because she was the old man's only blood descendant, while the uncles were merely adopted sons. The grandfather suggested she choose one of them as her father. The girl knew well that her choice could decide the next head of the Shangwan family, and naturally the uncles understood this too, so they vied fiercely for her custody. The fourth uncle first presented a precious heart of the ocean, promising to make her the most noble little princess. The third uncle offered countless masters and custom-made lavish dresses, guaranteeing that she would look stunning every day. But the girl said their gifts were too extravagant and she did not like them. Seeing this, the second uncle brought a pitiful little rabbit, confident that she would love it. The girl said she did not like him or his gift either. Instead, she chose the uncle who was busy playing games in the corner to be her father. The girl walked over to the uncle considered a playboy. Her grandfather immediately objected, believing the eldest son could not take responsibility for a child. The man also said he hated kids the most. The second uncle tried hard to persuade the girl to choose him, but she ignored his false affection, grabbing the eldest uncle's hand firmly and insisting he be her father, because in her previous life, she had chosen the insincere second uncle as her father. After helping him successfully become heir, he had cruelly killed her. She realized then that she had only been a pawn in his rise to power, whereas the carefree eldest uncle had given her warmth at the end of her life. Unfortunately, the second uncle had also killed the eldest brother. Perhaps fate saw her unwillingness. When she opened her eyes again, she found herself back on the day her grandfather had retrieved her. This time, she decisively rejected the three uncles' flattery and directly chose the eldest uncle, who had no interest in family affairs, as her father. To get the uncle to accept her as his daughter, the girl immediately pointed out his mistakes in the game and offered professional strategic advice. Her words left him dumbfounded. She told him that if he took her with him, she would lead him to the top rank. The uncle happily prepared to take her home. The other uncles initially wanted to stop them, but then thought the eldest son was worthless anyway. He could not cause any trouble, and if the girl regretted her choice later, she would choose again. The grandfather saw that the girl insisted on choosing the eldest son and agreed reluctantly, but still warned him if anything happened to his precious granddaughter, it would be on him. The man happily carried the girl home. Just as she was about to get in the car, he stopped her, saying she was too dirty to sit there. Everyone assumed the eldest son had a cleanliness obsession preventing her from sitting in the passenger seat. The girl began to doubt whether she had chosen the wrong person again, but the man said the seat was dirty, then took off his jacket and placed it on the seat before setting the girl down. Before leaving, he even teased the second uncle, saying his heart was dirty. This made the second uncle furious. At home, the man flopped onto the sofa and started playing games. The girl felt she could not let her father remain so lazy, so she pretended to be hungry. The man immediately wanted to order takeout for her. The girl pouted and said she had never eaten a meal cooked by family. The man was silent for a moment, but eventually reluctantly got up and went into the kitchen. Before long, he brought out several proper home-cooked dishes. The girl quickly grabbed her phone, took some photos, and then pulled her father to take a photo with her. Just then a friend called inviting him to drink. The man wanted to sneak out while the girl wasn't looking, but when he turned, he saw the girl curled up in the corner, deliberately letting him go drink without worrying about her. Seeing this, he softened immediately. For the first time, he refused his friend's invitation and warmly said that nothing was more important than his daughter. The girl was delighted and kissed him. This was a happiness and warmth he had never experienced. The next day, the grandfather saw the girl's post on social media and smiled for the first time in a long while, remarking that she really seemed to be changing the Playboy son. Meanwhile, the second uncle saw how harmonious the eldest son and the girl were and worried that the eldest son would regain the grandfather's favor. After all, the grandfather had always preferred the eldest son. If he hadn't sabotaged him, he would have already become head of the family. Thinking this, he decided to make a move at the girl's homecoming banquet in 3 days to ensure the eldest son would never recover. On the day of the banquet, they arrived at the old